Well, good evening out there. I hope everybody's had a good week. I'll say it here at the beginning, but for all of our United States-based followers and players and so forth, happy Thanksgiving Eve. Hoping that this is a season and a time of good things and good memories and good hopes. With that being said, I know the other night I haven't been able to be back on. My daughter just got engaged last night, and as a filmmaker, they asked me to come and record it, and so that was a lot of fun, and we've been busy with that. So we'll be back into the tunnel. I did a little bit off a stream, but we'll be finishing out that tunnel. Hopefully, get it resolved tonight, or at least do a good job of that. But anyway, so we'll start out in my HD pack so that we can see a little bit better as we do our building, and then maybe we'll flip the RTX back on and play around there. But anyway, hope everyone's good. Let's get in there and see what we can do to that build. All right. Yeah, I'm going to mirror. We decided on our last stream we're going to mirror this hallway, and as you can see, there's a lot of lava all the way up inside some of these areas. So I've been having to use fire resistance potion and then build the insides for it, but let's see here if we've got... Ooh, we don't have much room. Let's do this. Pick that stuff up so we don't add to the lag on the server. We'll go dump off a bunch of this stuff real quick. And then get back down here. But yeah, it's 5 tall in the middle, 3 tall on the sides, 4 tall actually in the middle, but there's a channel right here, and we'll add some redstone and rail and make it a nice, since it runs out there a decent ways, make it a nice escape for when we want to go, especially next week when spawners are working properly. We'll be able to go collect a lot of bonus copper drops, which is what we've been looking forward to. Get rid of the inventory first. And we'll dump those boxes too. The shulkers. Whoops, I jumped up by accident. So let's put the special ores. We'll take those upstairs to the master storage later. So I've got 1 left. We may need to grab a few more of those real quick here shortly. Put those on me. Okay, let's dump these shulkers. Save the cobble. Let's see here, stone. We have one that needs to be filled. We do. So let's do that. It just makes it easier for later when we transport to other builds. Perfect. Okay, so then andesite, not a ton of that. Deep slate, tough. Diorite. Okay, let's dump all that. I'm one of those that I usually maintain and keep all blocks as best as possible, because when I get inspired to do a build, I like to have resources on hand. It just makes it that much easier. So let's take care of these. We'll add those to our farm over there. Yeah. Just make that easier for transferring other stuff here shortly. It's all inventory we found while we were digging out that tunnel. Go. Okay, so that one will be fine. Let's get the bonus stuff out of my normal one here. Stone, stone. Stone, diorite, andesite, andesite, deep slate. Stone, stone, stone. Good. Those materials that I have in there are for our wall build that we've been working on. Yeah, and that's all that needs to come out of there at the moment. And then this one was from our build at the facility. Can't really make too much room here. Okay. So won't worry about that. Let's go get a few more fire resist potions. So back when the glitch worked with the dripstone, all that, I literally took advantage of that for a day or two. I probably should have done more, but it's not that often that I really need these types of potions, but building underground like this and going under lava lakes can get crazy. So I had this built. There we go. So we'll add 3 more of those just to be prepared. Let's run back down. Okay, so we need to be 2, 3, and 4 tall to finish out, and then we'll go down, and then we'll start filling in, and then figuring out our rail system and all of that. So let's see how far I got before. Go ahead and clean that out. But I'm thinking we're going to run into some in here, so we'll just go ahead and have that ready just in case. When I was clearing this out earlier in the afternoon, I couldn't stream, but I was just keeping myself busy. My daughter was here, and so she was doing some piano practice, and I had to do a lot of reinforcing around this area. So I swam around in the lava. We may have actually done well enough already that it's not going to be a problem. Let's see here. Actually, what I should do is go ahead and, because these are unique, so I'll just clear the inventory. Mr. Wolf, good evening to you, sir. Pleasure to see you. I hope this holiday week is treating you well. For those of you that seeing ores left behind makes you anxious, don't worry, I'll come back for it. Okay, so you can see here where there was a lot of lava, I had that cleared out. You can still hear some of it sitting through these walls, so I built in temporary walls. Let's take care of this inventory so we can go get those ores. Then we can start digging lower too. So far we're okay lava-wise, which is nice. When I first dug this tunnel, it was a nightmare because there's so much lava pools coming through here. That's what happens when you're trying to do builds on level 6. But I like it because, as you can see, you just saw somebody sleeping to move it today. I don't even have to worry about that down low. And fill that in so no mobs can spawn. All right. Let's clean up these bonus ores. Do I have any other? Nope, it's just ore. That should be fine when we come to fill in. Something could spawn right there. We have so much coal that I usually leave it, but since we're down here and we've got our build down at the hall that could use the coal, I'll go ahead and do that to make it easier. Okay, so let's get us a stack of blocks that we can fill in these zones with. Hello, Beast. I hope your day is going well. Whoops, got a little excited there. And then since these are mostly going away, at least that was the report, I've been collecting as many of these as I can, which is the deep slate coal ore blocks. So when I've been out mining, I try to never leave them. Okay, we'll fill in this spot here real quick. So Wolf, I know you'd been wrapping up the Leaf Spleef game and Going to be starting matches and things like that. Beast, what have you been working on? All these bonus ores will really help when we do our giant ore room. Okay, so we're getting close to lava, and I'm going to have to knock that out. How much do we have left on? Just 29 seconds. So let's do another one of those real quick. Okay, so in case we start flowing, we're ready. Can definitely hear it. Is there anything else I want to dig out while I can see there? So up there didn't have anything still, and we can access above it because we've got tunnels up there. So that's not really an issue. I don't want to have to fill all of this in, so we'll just put enough torches for the moment to keep mob spawns. All right. Wonderful lava sound going, but we're still good. Let's put that there for the moment. Okay, since we've got our stuff on, let's do that. We may be okay. Oh, good. All right, so I cleared out enough before. Let's go ahead and just fill all this in, just so we have it surrounded well, and it makes it easier to place all the other blocks. And then we need to clear that out, so we'll end up with some more blocks anyway. So I'll put these away. Then we'll do the floor. Since that's going to get dug out anyway, I'll leave some of that. know if we'll run the tunnel all the way out this far, but I'm clearing it just in case. That's another one of our tunnels, so we'll just block this off. Okay, so that should do well. So we need to do the middle 3. So that's not going to matter anyway. So we'll just put that in there. And then what I'm going to want to do is use this so I can get some of this and make it cobbled as we go. So for sure we'll do from here. Beast, this is the farm that we did the other night, the drowned farm. So I'm matching my tunnel design. I did not see that copper. But yes, I'm matching the tunnel design to the first tunnel I ever did, which was for my breeder. I wanted a lot of this underground stuff. Keep this because we're going to place it back down. But I wanted this underground stuff to be kind of like a bunker of sorts. Maybe more advanced civilization. We've got the nice castle that we've been working on, which would take us back in time, and then we've got the modern mansion, which would be the, you know, the property owner that has picked up this whole area. But this underground area would be like a labs or things like that for when things were not well, or maybe they still aren't. I don't know what the lore would be just yet. Let's get rid of the diorite. So Beast, I think you might have already gotten off the other night. Here in just a minute, I can do a quick run by over there so you can see what this will look like when we get done. Space? Yes, I do. Every little bit of the copper helps. Let's see here. Okay. Let's go ahead and dump some of this, and we'll pick up that redstone. go. If we've got enough resources, looks like we might be able to have this completely finished tonight. Should be nice. I think I do. This thing's been iron rich, hasn't it? How are we doing? Okay, so we're getting a little tight. Alright, so we're almost there with this part, and then we'll do the two sides real quick. I'm going to lay down as much of this cobbled deep slate as I can down the middle first, because that's where our track will be. Looks like I need another torch right here just for the time being. Okay. Just by mining out this tunnel, we did decent with cobbled deep slate. But I'll need to do these ones here too. Seal that in. As I said at the top of the stream, this is not just holiday for me this year, but my youngest, my daughter, got engaged last night, so it's also a week of fun celebration, so neat things. In the midst of all the craziness the world's been bringing in recent times, this is a welcomed reprieve from it. Yep, and there it is. too far here. Right, and then we're going to need to make, let's see here, what's the distance? 111. Let me also do this so that I can do a lot of that middle on the way back. Close did we get? Pretty close. All right. Let's see here. Did we have any more in here that wasn't cobbled? Yeah, we do. Okay. And you don't need to be here. Thank you. So let's just start a row here. We're going to need a lot of it anyway to make the stone bricks here in a minute. So let's go look at the other tunnel. I know that we have smooth stone twice and then quartz, and then we have copper stairs and then dripstone block above. I know they're 8 apart, but I need to see the floor design and where to break it apart, so let's go look. Okay, so we'll do this same design with, so you've got 1 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So every 8th is an extra block on either side with 1 up top as well to finish those out. Okay. And then right down the middle, we've got a torch, and then we've got sea lantern just above each spot there. Okay. I think with the giant library that I built back at our team base, I think I'm out of... I don't think I've got much cobbled in here. We're going to have to make a bunch of it. No worries. Let's dump off the useless parts here. Okay, so we'll make this the entrance just like we did over there. Whoops, no, it needs to be like this. Here, here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we'll just come back. So let's just do like this. Guess I should have done it on the floor since they'll fall off the edge. So we'll have to pick them up as we come back by. One, two, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's just grab these as we're coming. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This ends up looking really fun when you're riding the rail. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I know a lot of people will not finish out things like this, but I like to feel like I'm existing in the world that I'm playing in, so I always go back and try to have everything functional. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, as if it really existed. Because all of us as real people will always do builds that are functional in our life and consistent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if you're liking the textures that you're seeing here, you can get the 64 version of this HD pack over on my MCPEDL page to use for yourself for free. Higher resolutions require Patreon support, and likewise for the RTX. But this pack itself, the 64, if you're liking this, you can certainly put it to use. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I do have a Discord now too. So, where we can discuss everything related to the packs and all of that. And we have a public version of it as well as Patreon. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's make some more. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that will get us all the way here. Wonderful. Okay, so now we're going to need to do half bricks, smooth stone, 2 layers. So let's see what we have back at the... And then we'll come back and replace some of these with redstone blocks for the powered rails, but at least we'll have it easier to manage. Let's see. Okay, so that's regular. Oh, good. We have a bunch. All right. So let's just bring what we have for the moment. And then we can put stuff away. 2, 3, 4. We'll just do that much in case we need it. Whoops. Sometimes when you get in a hurry, it kind of moves a little too fast. Yeah, we're gonna actually probably need more than these stacks, aren't we? Yeah, that's for sure. We'll have to go make more here shortly. Okay, so let's at least utilize these real quick. We've got at least another 2 stacks of those slabs we'll need to do. And we've got our routine. Every 6 hours our server has a restart. So that's what you probably saw on my game screen right there. So I'll have to log out for a minute, but if you guys are interested, I can jump back on as soon as it goes through the reset. It takes about 5-10 minutes. Okay, Caesar, that's your warning. If you want to be able to remain in the chat, we don't do those kind of things on this stream. Okay, but as you can see, it's already starting to take shape. Let me see what else I have on me. Still have the sea lanterns. We could go ahead and put those in. So we're going to end up knocking those lights out shortly. Don't think I have any. No, that's for the other, so I don't have any of the dripstone with me. That's okay. We can at least get these up. Maybe on the way back, that'll save us some time. Later. Then after the reset, get another set of resources and keep plugging away here. Right. So that's already looking pretty awesome. Let me see here how much time. We've still got about 7 minutes. Okay, what would we like to do for that? Might be able to mine out some cobbled deep slate real quickly just so we can get some of that ready. Keep overlaying my cobblestone generator if you stand back as far as possible. You can insta-mine. Oh wow, yeah. And in fact, if you keep staying there, holding the trigger down too, I play with Xbox controller on my PC, but yes, it can get rather hectic in a hurry. See here, I did have some dripstone blocks. We'll do that real quick since I do have some with me. Yeah, let's do that. Actually, we're not going to go too far, are we? So I might as well have some of this. Okay, so we got our 5-minute warning. I'll have to do some trading with my stonemasons to get some more dripstone. No worries. We'll just start here. So Cove, or is it Covell, do you build a lot with cobblestone blocks, or do you just use them for crafting other blocks? But the Pro controller got a trigger lock on it. I did not know that that was a possibility. Oh, wow. I didn't realize. So it's the Elite? The Xbox Elite, I guess? Okay. I had no idea that they even added that. That's pretty awesome. Did we get our 3-minute warning yet? No. We're still okay. Oh, there it is. Let's see if I can't at least finish this smooth stone real quick. All right, so yeah, taking shape, we're getting there, getting on our way. So we'll need to back out real quick. So would you guys prefer that I just leave that on and mute the mic for the next few minutes, or do you want to rejoin? Give me a quick shout and I'll see. I am coming back either way. It'll be about 5-6 minutes. And I have to end up resetting the game for it to work, so I have to wait for the reset or else it doesn't talk properly. I need to put a be right back screen, don't I? Don't know why I've never created that. That's kind of silly, so I need to make a note to do that. Let's see here. Let me add just a text on top here. Let's just make our own. We'll just leave it in Arial for now. Makes it nice and simple. Drop that down. And we'll see you guys again here in about 5 minutes. All right, let's see if the server's reset enough to be able to start. Get rid of that. Let's see if it'll let us get in or not. We're real close to the reset time. Shows 1's in there, so maybe. So if you're still in the chat, I'm just seeing your response that you added there about, yeah, when you're making a lot of observers and automatic farms, of course, that makes a lot of sense. So we did all of that. This can go away. We need to make bricks. We need more dripstone, and then we need a ton of copper stairs and quartz blocks, and then we can worry about the rails and the orange glass. So we'll put the smooth stone back. What else did we have in here? We might go ahead and just dump out all of that and get rid of all of these too. As much as we can of these ores. We'll just do that for now on our way up. Rid of all of that. We've got some copper, which we'll use here in a minute. The deep slate ores I've been storing. So it's iron, emerald, coal. That was the same thing that I was... Deep slate coal. For sake of time in the stream, let's just do this and I'll restore it later. Iron. Let's... load all of this. Iron. Let's take care of the ores first. Okay, then we can do that and that. Make it easier when we're coming back to build all of that in a minute. Coal, and then obsidian. Right. Cobble. So I'll have all of this emptied. I have stone, cobblestone, and stone. stuff. That's the quartz. Let's see here. Coal. Glass obsidian. We already emptied that one. Did we empty this one? Let's see real quick. Okay, so that can go, that can go. Cobble, cobble, copper, iron, iron. Whoops, not the gold. Missed the button there. Go. Mossy, the iron. Deep slate coal. That in there. Mossy up there. Web's right there. Acacia. Let's go ahead and put this lapis away. Just put that extra in there for the moment. Okay, so did we need... We can put the glass away. In fact, all of this was for that other build, so we need to go ahead and get all of this put away. Actually, we're going to need 2 chests down there with mine carts. We might go ahead and grab that to take with us. While we're in motion, huh? And I don't remember how many orange glass we need, but that might be enough. So let's see, anything else over here? The kelp is with the flowers. Okay, oak, oak, oak. Acacia, acacia. And I can't put those in there. Just put it in here. Just remember I've got overflow up there. Extra chests. The extra kelp. Orange. Have any more orange dye? Oh, I've got some orange glass in there, so it won't matter. Okay, so we'll take that with us. It was from when we did the other tunnel and the underground spots. So that's empty. That's mostly the other details. It's got some of those quick ones. What else are we needing? Copper pieces. And don't worry, this isn't all of my copper. I've got stuff in my ender chest for extra that's left over. Let's do that. Clear this out from before. Okay, good. I had some already cooking. That will help. We'll replenishing our iron, which is good. So we'll put that away. Make it easier because copper blocks will put out a ton when you do this. While we're over here, let's go ahead and grab that, and we'll put these potions away while we go up here to mine out the copper blocks. Nope. There we go. All right. I need to get some more of the zombie villager heads to finish out the walls down here. Got to finish this left side here all the way down. Get this stuff going. Go. I think it's probably, what, a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago when Foxy first demonstrated this design on the left here for the easiest concrete maker on bedrock. And I've been using that ever since. It has remained solid. Probably have more than enough. But since we're up here, we might as well. Careful not to get that zippy. Be careful not to get too close. They have the ability to jump on you like nobody's business. That one stack doesn't want to cooperate. That is a crazy new bedrock bug that's been going on. And then all of a sudden it'll return here soon. Evening, Kai. Hope the day is treating you well. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put that away to be ready. Oh my goodness, that just spawned in here? You've got to be kidding me. Maybe he'll go up my stairs. Well, mad props to you working nights. I did that years ago. Oh, of course, game. You've got to be kidding me. I haven't seen villagers or any of that. I don't want to kill him because I've got villagers down below and I don't have a milk bucket on me. How did he just randomly spawn inside the base? That is just crazy retarded, isn't it? Gotta love the way that works. So let's go around. All right. Let's just run our way back around to the front again. So we were talking before, for those of you that hadn't seen it, this is a build by Stevler. I'm about maybe 60% done. And then there's a lot of interior decorating and things to do with it too, but this is a fun castle. Saw it on his channel and it's like, yeah, I've got to do that. It's just a neat build. So let's get back around this way. See if I can't get a different bucket. Get some milk and then we'll kill these guys. Okay, there we go. Go ruin their day. There we go. Clean up all the junk there. Let's see here. Iron armor. Then, where did I put banners? It's been a long time because I haven't been using them. Can we put that inside the heads? Well, I will for now. Okay, so let's get back to the job at hand, huh? In fact, I should go ahead and pull that out while we're doing that. I should be repairing that tool at the same time. See, I've been loving your texture pack. How do you get the file size so much smaller in the 256? Several processes. So I don't insult or what do you know about texturing and graphics and things like that, so I can speak to it properly and not be speaking too high or too low. And Kai, I was just seeing your fire deal. I was paying attention to those. What are you referencing there? Sorry. And Cove, thank you. Thank you for your kind words, too. Okay, what else did we need here? So fire doesn't count as a player kill. Ah, yeah, I could have lit him on fire. Ah, good thinking. And since we don't have fire spread, hey, learn something every day. That's actually really smart. Thank you for that. So, Cavell, basically, when I'm designing, I'll tell you the basics of my process. Yeah, I see that, Kai. That way we don't get a raid. And yes, one of the things, some of you pay attention to that, but I always keep a flint and steel with mending and unbreaking on me for if I get stuck in the nether, because I'm ran over there. I keep stuff in my ender chest to be able to create new portals, all that kind of stuff. But yes, I keep that handy just for some of those purposes, but good point on the raids. I'll use that. So Cavell, basically when I'm designing textures, I'm using several different programs depending on what I need to do at the time. Substance 3D is where I will work with unique shading and unique lighting effects and reflectivity and roughness and all of that. For game textures to work in RTX, you have to build 3 separate PNG files. Sometimes TGA and other that, but most of them work real well with a PNG format. And within those 3 textures, you actually have... Oh, it went nighttime. That is not good. I wasn't paying attention. I don't want there to be mobs coming into my base. But basically, you have 3 textures. So, for instance, this wooden plank... I would have a image file, which would give us the way that the file would look. Then we would have a what's called an MER file, which is a metal emissive rough. And on that one file, it has 3 layers, so that if it has any metal, it's going to tell it what part is metal. It has an emissive, so it tells you which part is light and would be like an actual light, would emit light from it. And then a roughness layer, which tells you how rough the texture would look and so forth. And then you would have a normal layer, which tells you the height and all that kind of stuff. So in RTX, you use those. In normal Minecraft, what you're seeing here, it's just a single image. So what I do is I design everything for RTX, and then I take, I go back to Photoshop once I've got all my stuff done and the way I like it through Substance and either Photoshop, one of the two, and I will combine my normal through a unique process to make it add the depth and things. That's why on these wood planks you can see some fake 3D effects. I'm using the textures, combining them, overlaying them, adding some light and shadow and things like that to the piece before I render it out for the basic pack. So that's why they'll look very similar to our RTX. And so, you know, like in RTX, I would be telling the parts of this crafting table that this would be metal. So I'd tell it in that one texture that that would be metal and how much it needs to be reflective. And then I would be telling the roughness layer to be much more soft on the leather parts, but more rough on the wood parts. And then that way it allows for it to gain the realism. And same thing, like for instance with these candles. I've got my texture for the candle, and then I've got a normal map that gives you those depths and heights that you see there. And then I overlay that back on the original image and give it some special lighting in order to combine them so that the regular HD pack still has some three-dimensional look. So I hope that makes sense. I hope I'm explaining it easy enough to make sense to you. So that was a fairly quick explanation, but each texture, for example, you know, building this texture right here, it can take anywhere from 1 to 3 hours for each block that I build. And so I've spent almost 2 years building this pack. I don't get to do this full time, so I do it in my spare time where I can devote some time and play with it. But I draw from real life images sometimes, and then I draw from 3D models. Like that's what I did for the bees nests. I took a 3D model that I could then get still images, cut it apart, and then build the actual nest. So let me go in here. So the 3D model had these layers to look like a real bee's nest. So I had to take it apart, flatten it out to make it look properly, and then add the coloring effects so that when it's got full of honey, it's got the honey marks. When it's not, it doesn't have any of that. So hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. Let's see here. We needed to combine and make those stairs, didn't we? So again, I'm working in my HD pack because it's easier to see when I'm building. But then when I tour and I'm running around and just enjoying the stuff, I like to switch back to my RTX pack. And because I'm allowing it underground with the copper, I'm switching veins here, I actually allow it to oxidize down here, so we're not going to use the honeycomb on it. Up top, I used honeycomb on it because I wanted it to stay the nice copper look, but down the tunnels, I'm letting it do the aged. Okay, so what else did we bring? Oh yeah, we had a couple of chests there to put at either end. And then I forgot to grab the mine carts. But that's okay, we can do that when we do the rail. Can at least get a bunch of this done tonight. Oh, and we didn't do more of the bricks, so we'll need to do that too. For ease, I just go straight down, and then when I come in here for the blocks that'll be hidden, I'll just mine them back out when we're putting the copper stairs. Okay, so like that. We'll rescue those pieces. Bam, bam. Okay, so let's see here. In super simple terms, you're making the full RTX image, then taking a picture of it to use as the base image. Is that somewhere close, right? You get some of the 3D look from the start that way. What I try to do to make it a little bit more clear on that is I have the RTX images that I create, because that's the most realistic that the game can put out right now. So I start there so I have a basis to know what I'm wanting it to look like. Then what I do is I take the same, because there's a image file, a metal emissive reflective file, and then the normal file. So in order to get fake depth, you take the image file, which looks pretty plain in RTX, and then you apply the normal and some other lighting and shadowing and paint techniques to mimic the way the RTX image is looking, so that way I have consistency between the packs too. So hopefully that, yeah, hopefully that puts it a little bit closer in explanation for you. Since that's the end, we may leave it. Since we don't have big stacks, then we'll just go ahead and be careful with it there. Let's go ahead and get that done. So as you can see, once we get this filled in, this looks pretty awesome. As much as I'm able to understand, yeah. I appreciate that, yeah. So, you know, for instance, this cobbled deep slate, as you can see, it's got some three-dimensional look and feel to it, even though this isn't a 3D scene. Whereas in RTX, it's actually the light bounces off of it and there's shadows and all that. So I'm creating a fake three-dimensional image with a flat image by adding light and dark areas and combining effects over it. And the reason I add the orange in here is because in RTX it actually creates an orange glow, which plays real complementary to the copper. So here I noticed a lot of stuff seemed more 3D. I wondered how you got that effect. Thanks. You're welcome. Yeah. No, I enjoy it, and it's a very nerdy process, but I enjoy the whole doing it. I started out literally just doing this for myself, and my son actually caught me and said, "Dad, I think a lot of people would really like to be able to have what you're building for yourself, because I just realized that you know, Java has a lot of nice things when it comes to texture packs, but Bedrock, although there's great texture packs, there's not a ton of HD stuff. So let's see here. So that's going to finish that out. So we'll do that for this end to put carts, and I'll go ahead and drop this down real fast. I like to play on Bedrock because if I'm traveling or things like that, it's easy to get in and play, and I like to be able to play with a gaming controller, and it's just very simple, easy to use, even if I'm on my phone. And so not being able to have the cool texture packs like you would get on Java, that's what I ended up doing, was just figuring out how to do it myself. And so that's been fun, because the process of actual building this stuff, it's therapy to me. I'm a creator by heart, so okay, so we should go trade with our stonemasons to get a bunch more dripstone. Actually, I might have a bunch in there, but we do need a bunch of more of the quartz blocks. So let's see what we can get from these boys over here. I do need to finish this out properly too. Okay, so I should have, yeah, I do. I think 2 stacks might do it of that. Got brick. Don't think I've got any more quartz. Let's just double check. No. All right, so let's grab our... Let's get us a set of trading. Let's go get us a bunch of blocks. Pillar block. Since I like to build, I purposely like to add these types of traders, so you can get all these terracotta and stone blocks easily. Well, he glitched out. That's actually funny. He glitched completely through. Okay, let's get us some more. See, a real test of a texture pack is what the villagers look like. I work with villagers mostly, so I can't use some of the popular bedrock packs because they are just too creepy. Yeah, I haven't got that far. I'm still finishing out all of blocks at this point. So once we finish all of the blocks, then I'll start working on entities and things like that. But I agree, some of them are weird and odd. But the craziest thing that I came across as I think about the textures is the fact that normally when you build a texture, the file sizes are just huge. And so it makes Bedrock still has a limit, whereas Java, you can almost sky's the limit. You can go all the way to 4K level textures and all that, whereas here I've had to do a lot of testing, and some of my textures have to be at certain sizes to look right and feel right, and then the overall pack can't be too large, or what ends up happening is the game will start degrading your textures. So the devs have said that they will fix that. It's just we don't know when. And so for now, I've had to downscale a lot of the graphics, and then I've got workarounds to be able to compress them so that they can stay large in appearance, but yet be compressed enough that the game will still play them. So that's going to be a challenge when I get to doing entities, because those are large graphics. Series X, yeah, excellent. They haven't updated Minecraft to next gen at all, right? My son plays there too. Won't let me play in a high resolution than 128 from the marketplace. Awesome. Wow, hey, thanks for telling me that. I've got another regular Xbox player that has been able to do up to the 256 as well. And now that this last version 4, I've actually added more compression, and so you might even be able to do the 512, because I've been able to get the size. What it is, the overall pack size has to stay low, because Bedrock has created limits as to the size. Your Series X is powerful enough to handle my big packs. It's Bedrock itself, Bedrock Edition, is not processing stuff much over about 200 megabyte size in the file. So with the overall file, if I go much over 200 megabytes, it freaks it out. But I'm really glad to hear that you're having great success, because see, like the 256 standard pack, not the RTX, because RTX I just do it all in 512, because there's no reason to go lower. If you've got an RTX card, it'll play it. But and by the way, your Series X will be having RTX in an update hopefully this next year. They've been working on that. But I've been able to get the 256 pack less than 100 megabytes, so it should always load cleanly. Once we start adding entities, a lot of them, that might be a slight challenge if they haven't unlocked Bedrock to allow the larger files. But, you know, the game is so incredible with what they're doing now. I dare not complain. But just having to be patient for those other things to get unlocked. I think that's all that we can buy until we let them reset, so that'll get us a long way. That's not too bad on that run. So what else did we need? Oh yeah, we're gonna also need to do more. I might have some of those here. Nope, just the slabs. But I do have cobbled, which will let us build with it. So good, we can at least use that. That'll help us. Look at him glitch out in here. That's funny. Okay, that's not going to work because I don't have room for it. Don't need more smooth stone. So what we'll do, we'll at least do 2 of these because we've got room for it for the moment. All right. Yeah, so therapy in my life is being able to get on here when I have the time and just build and be creative. That really helps me just mentally and life-wise. And I love being with people and doing other things, but I've been playing games since the original Pong was released in the 70s. And so yeah, I was a young child back then, but my dad was a computer type and engineer, and so he was always introducing those kind of things to me, and I've just takes me to a happy place. Another thing, Cove, the reason that the marketplace only goes up to 128 is because those are complete packs, and that limit wall that Bedrock Edition has on this whole pack file size causes issues for that, on top of the fact that there are still a ton of players that are mobile that they're marketing to, so we're 1 short. How's that? That's crazy. So we'll just make one more deal when we go back. Let's see here. Oops. But I have been very thankful for all of the devs and what they're doing and just improving the game overall. Gotta be getting close. Yeah, we are. Okay, so we did good with that. Let's put the rest of the dripstone in. And we're going to need a lot more copper. All right. Yeah, that's a huge difference. So we'll put this excess stuff. We need to get one more brick. A lot of copper. And then we can put our rail system in. And then we're good to go on this tunnel. So we'll be ready for the next time we need that. We'll leave it all down here. Just need one. But I'll need to go get copper. So let's see, where do we have that? That's my gold box, my iron box. Trying to remember where we did that. That's for building on the wall. My redstone box. Let's see, maybe in here? No. Hang on for me, I'm trying to remember where I put what the excess ores at. No, that's my excess emerald blocks. Maybe I combined it in here. Oh, that's all iron. There it is. Copper box. Okay, I did make one. Okay, we may be good right now. I knew I had made some extra. Let's just go ahead and chop all this up. Put that away so I don't goof something up. We'll start with 3 stacks and see how far that gets us. Playing on a server can be challenging because you don't want to overload things for people. So I don't run super high-powered farms on the server. I'll do some basics, but a lot of it's manual just so that I don't add lag and problems to people when they want to play. So a lot of these resources, occasionally I'll buy, but I've been trying to save up my my resources for the big ore room that I'm building. So I've been trying not to spend my diamonds that I find and mine. But occasionally I'll buy some. But most of this has all just been grinding it out for the 6 months the server's been online. Whoops. Yeah, that already looks nice. How many players are active on Derptopia? Well, like tonight, at this time of night, we've got 6 of us online. Earlier, I think there was 14 of us. And so at any given time, you're going to see somewhere between 5 and 15-ish. And there's probably double that. There's probably about 40 that are regular players off and on, depending on the time of day and all of that. There's a lot of members that will come on from time to time, but the regular players, I would bet you that it's between 30 and 40 of us. And most everybody on here has been amazing because it's a patron-only server, so for the most part it eliminates the goofiness of, you know, when you join certain servers and people are just whack. That doesn't tend to really be an issue here. I need to put this block down. I've entertained adding a my own server down the road once we get enough patron support. If that becomes something that people want us to engage in. Obviously, I've played on Silentwisperer's stuff, Season 1 and now Season 2. I love this community and I've had a lot of fun, so I'm not quitting that for sure. But I will do, I'm thinking about, because I'm going to have a little bit more time to stream some more, so I'm looking at doing a single-player survival world as well after 118 drops out. So I'll alternate between nights on here and nights on that. I know there's been a little bit of request for that. Let's see if 2 more of these will get it. But with our supply, we're almost like right on, almost spot on, huh? I did not plan that, but thankful that it's working. There we go. That part's good. So now I need to do... How many redstone blocks? Let's count. So... Probably do an activator rail at the ends, which will kick you out, and then you can leave the cart in the chests. And then powered in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 for this last one. Okay, and then I need to do torches like this, and the reason is because in RTX, right now this looks pretty lit up in Bedrock, but in RTX it gets very, very dark. And so those alternating lights against this orange actually looks really, really cool. Okay, so all of that's good. So 22 times 7, so we need about 130 plus rail. 20 powered and 2 Activators. Okay. Let's go ahead and get these extra here just to fill that up. Think I have anything up there? No. It's going to be my main storage. Then it looks like we can get this wrapped up. And then I'll switch over to RTX just so you can see all the glory of that too. So we need 2 of these. So I only have, those are detector. Don't have activator rails right now unless it's in my, oh I do, there we go. So 2 of those. Got powered, I probably have it in my redstone box. Let's see here, 1, 2. That's 128. That should do it. Let's put the copper away. See if I've got enough power rails in here. I do. That may be too many. I can't remember now. And then we'll save the rest of that in there, and we'll grab a redstone blocks from over here. Okay, so this will put us really close. Let's do like this though, that'll be easier. This will definitely be easier than having to run out every time when we want to go to the farm here. Plus, looks cool and adds to the mystery of the mines. Alright, so we will need activator. Whoops. Okay, so I was right. I did get too many of those, but got real close. Okay. So we're going to leave one there. Take one to ride in here. Just test out everything real quick, make sure it's all working okay. There we go. Very nice. Okay, so let me log real quick, switch to the RTX pack, then we'll run back around, and then I'm going to need to clear out all of this too now that we're done with this whole thing. But let's do this real quick just so everybody can see it, plus I want to see it too. I always enjoy it. Okay, so now we'll jump back in. And now you'll see why I did the lighting and all the stuff the way I did. It looks great in the HD pack, but being in here, just totally cool. All right. So I went ahead and chose the other night on stream, if you were with us, to leave these without the orange because it looks cool on the stone brick and the polished andesite with the green hue light coming out of the sea lanterns. And then obviously, now that you can see the activator rail creating that red glow, just makes it really cool. So there's why I was doing the lighting the way I was. Just does some really cool effects. So let's go back through it. There we are. So now you can see, you know, when we get to the edge here, there's the normal sea lantern, but when you've got the orange glass, it gives you just a nice orange light hue that comes out, plus the glow of the powered rail. And then all the specular that starts happening because of the torches creating this specular reflections. And it's fairly close to PBR effects that you were able to get in Java. So it's rather impressive what they're allowing this stuff to do. Anyway, so that's our tunnel build. I think we did a pretty good job. And of course, I'll look at it and see. We might actually lose the torches In fact, let's just do a little bit just to see what that might look like. Because they've improved. See how much darker it is? So we might do that every other. Let's see what that does. That might make for a neat effect. And we should be fine with mobs because they shouldn't spawn on the rail nor the slabs, which is part of the reason I did slabs. That would give us a lit and a darker and a lit. Let's do that, yeah. Then we'll ride back down again. Now you can see why I add those, because it just opens up the depth in there a lot. Yeah, I think I like that a lot. I may end up doing that on the other tunnel too now, because they've really improved the lighting. There was some neat upgrades, so now let's see it in motion. Here we go. Yeah, I like that a lot. Very fun. Well, we did it, guys. Really did it. So now next week when 118 comes, I'll be able to actually have a farm that will get me more of this stuff. So, very, very cool. Well, you guys that have hung with me, what would you like to see before I exit tonight, since we threw on the RTX pack? Do we have any votes of any of stuff I've built or stuff in other areas that you want me to run around real quick? Since we're over here, I know some of you may not have seen the effects that I've added to Purper. Both the blocks and then the actual the plants and all of this. Decided to give it a little bit more of a... I came across a semi-alien style texture that I was able to modify and update to still match the vanilla settings, but give it a nice wet and otherworldly reflection. I thought that was kind of fun. Oh, you like the emerald blocks? Yeah, I forget which, because I've got multiple texture packs that I've, not packs, but texture libraries that I've had, and then some of them were things that I've acquired for decades. Some of it is original, some of it is libraries that I've paid for that have images. And then I've been able to just, you know, adapt them and modify them over and all that kind of stuff. You sung, sir. Are you talking about the Discord? If so, we may have already passed the 7 days, because Discord only allows an invite for 7 days, so I'd have to send you a new one. Assuming that's what you're referring to. Cove, since you really like this, I'll give you a quick little drive-by of the emerald blocks. I had to take some time when I was designing it, so that it had a little bit of a mirrored effect in places, a little non-mirrored, and then softer, so it gives it a little bit more depth to the block. So Kai, are you saying you want me to just kind of do a quick run around of the area of what I've been building? Well, when I first started the game, one of the things that I do when I first start out in survival is I will find an area that I can dig down deep, especially because of mobs and creepers and things that can really mess with you. So I will always go down to get resources, because they usually don't bug you while you're down in your simple mines. And so when I first started, and there's that glitch, you see that go all dark in RTX? When we get to this time of day, sometimes it glitches out like that. So apologies, they're still working on it. It'll come back though. But, so anyway, I had dug just a basic simple staircase that took us down to this level. You can see there's my old mines over there. And then as I expanded and got further, actually, you know, it took this center row that was just basic stone stairs out, expanded it to make it into an actual stronger mine entrance. And it goes all the way up, and we can go out that here in a minute. But again, I wanted the lower area down here to have this kind of a bunker, maybe research area, maybe... Ooh, I need to add an orange glass to that, don't I? Maybe an area that was... used, you know, by people from years gone by and then upgraded and made into a research facility. So that's where I was playing with these textures and all of that. And then I usually put all of my farm type things down here. So you see I've got these I swapped out for birch or acacia, depending on what I'm growing and bone mealing. I've got my mushrooms where I can grow them and get all the blocks that I need out of that. And of course my bee farm for honey and honeycomb. And then I do a tree farm. I forget who it was I picked up on how to do this, but mine is straight up as far as you can go and then put a roof above it. And then that keeps the oak trees from growing way too out of control. So I'll go through all that. No problem, Kai. So yeah, just this area, I'll stop there and leave it at that. But I put my my 4 base trees, jungle, and spruce up that way. Then I've got a basic moss farm here for getting rooted dirt and making it quick and easy to get roots. Hanging roots, excuse me. Then, of course, since you're down this low, you need to, you know, use chunk base or something like that in order to figure out the exact spot where slime chunks are. This one's actually a double slime chunk. Just because they get really annoying and in the way. And I see your message there, Yusung. I'll definitely get you another invite. It's brand new, so it's just getting started, so any interaction that anybody can bring on that Discord is awesome. Just all you guys that have been supporting on Patreon, we passed our goal. Got it done. So I'm going to update this tunnel to match before we get off. So skip one. And then I very well may be calling it a night here soon. So I put my villager breeder way back over here. So that way I can utilize them anytime and they won't link up to things unnecessarily. And I haven't really decorated it. I've left it a little bit grungy, but then all of a sudden you drop in and there's a research facility looking spot that has these guys all in here. The ones that I've bred up. So I've thought about making a couple of other villager farm areas and or just expanding my trading hall. So I've got a few guys all organized in here. And this was an idea I played with that I think I might do across more spots of the base, which was having orange glow floor. So I thought that was kind of fun. Anyway. So Yusung, since you're getting in here late, I'd be willing to hang out a little bit extra. Most of everybody's been in here for the past couple hours. And if the rest of you are wanting to hang around even, then I can probably give it another half hour here. Let's see here. Let's clean up a little. That extra rail. We can run up. Are we at nighttime? We're in daytime. Frustrating time with what is that? Sligger? What is that? So you're talking about Covel the purper. Why is my mind going blank? The growth. Why is that making an issue in my mind there? Why are we getting some frame drops? There is something out this way that is not happy. I haven't had frame drops in a long time. Must be some floating items. Huh. So we're fine over here. That was odd. There might have been some nighttime creatures that didn't despawn or something. Sliger, a small boutique ITX case manufacturer. Oh, okay. Second case to build inside. Made the same mistake of stripping one of the top panel screws. Oh, wow. So they're just giving you extra cases? That's crazy. Just hadn't been out here to see all this in a while. So I play with the HD pack so much. Well, at least you've got some test cases that you can work with when you're doing builds now, which is nice on those PCs. I'm like hoping they get it right because they have some super promising case designs. Well, if they're having this solid of customer service, that's a really good sign. Let's run up here for fun. I really need to get back over here and get this wrapped up. So that's basalt and then the polished black stone. Still waiting to see long term with RTX how it finishes. This may still be a little too glossy, but as you can see, everything that I've been in my textures, I've been trying to get things that are complementary, maintain the Minecraft colors, but also make for some nice contrast in builds. So I'm still trying to decide. There's days that I really like it and days that I'm like, I'm not sure. It may be still a little too glossy. We'll see. But this castle will be fun when it's done. This great hall here. Sorry, those guys growling. I must be underneath me. Kind of freaked me out. Makes for such a cool effect when the sun's going up and down and stuff like that too. Yeah, so they must be inside there or right underneath. But now that I've been able to get my pack sized right, the definition comes back inside RTX and everything, so you'll see these nice shadows that are created inside the depth maps. Just like even on gravel, gives you just that nice pattern. There for a while I was struggling because my packs were too big, file size. So hopefully soon they'll get to where they release the pack's size inside the programming. It's not that the game can't handle it, it's that the programming isn't built for the size of files yet. Oh man, right as I'm sleeping I see snow. Because I've wanted it to snow again so this would all fill back in, but timing, huh? So yeah, this I need to get finished and decorated and all of that, just so that the history lore, because my goal with that was to have a really nice castle that had been here for ages and was salvaged, and then the new modern mansion that was being built, property owner came and bought this land and developed it. By the way, for those of you using my packs, I've added a distinctive different pattern to regular snow and the soft powdered snow, so that way when you're out exploring the world you don't accidentally fall through you can actually notice it. Ooh, Gandalf got jacked. Let's see here. I'm assuming he's okay. Might be just doing an experiment, hopefully. But yeah, so you can see here the powdered snow has a much more windswept look to it, and it's the same way in my HD, and then the regular snow still has a snow pattern, but so that way when you're running around in that new deal, you don't die freezing to death in powdered snow by accident. Okay, good. He's alright. Don't need to go help him. Yeah, you sung on the water cooling. I've got that on my tower here that I play on, but it's not always necessary depending on, you know, the amount of heat that you're going to be pushing through it. Well, cool. So one of the ideas that I had the other night, because this, you know, this has been a little farm area from when I started, so I'll end up ripping that out, changing it the way it is, maybe making a cool little one that goes up once this is finished. Maybe it's an area off to the sides or whatever, but I thought underneath this overhang here, it would be really cool to have just a really nice large lake that comes into a swimming pool. So it's both a lake that was natural, and then the homeowner built a swimming pool out here. And so there would be some walking paths and just, you know, just a cool grounds area. So I think that's what I'll end up doing here as we get time. But when I started the game, I've got right there where the horses are, I've got my first base inside there, that really small rooms that just had all the basics, you know, for a starter base. And so I put the crops and things that I needed quickly, and then when I started making scaffolding for burning and other, I've got the bamboo. Then there's a sugar cane above ground, and then an underground deal there for making bone meal with, and then AFK fish farm inside that building. And so a couple streams ago we went through here and actually azalea all over that area, mined out all the gravel and started expanding that. So we'll add paths and stuff that will go through that eventually over to the bee farm and other stuff back that way. But anyway, I don't know if you're like me, but I usually have to have 5 or 8 different projects going at the same time, so that depending on what my inspiration of the day is, I'm all right. Can't handle that many projects. Okay, yeah, something is causing frame rate drops through here. That is weird. It wasn't doing that the other night. So it's almost like we've got some entity or something somewhere. Not sure. But I just did this the other night too. Added a cross pathway here that goes through and ran both cracked and regular, and then a pathway and coarse dirt, some hanging roots, all of that for an underground walkway to get over to the five is a minimum for sure. You're the same way. You need to be able to, yeah, I need inspiration at times where I'm just wore out, but 5 is too many. Yep, each his own, I guess, right? But this takes over to the mansion, going this direction. I always like having underground passageways and things, and so this will drop up to the mansion, and that's flush with the ground up there, kind of like a underground spot. And then the other tunnel at the moment takes over to my AFK fish farm, and then my underground bone meal spot with sugarcane. That allows us to do that, and then bone meal it down right there. But obviously I've got to finish the build, but up there's the AFK fish farm. So still under construction here, obviously. Well, I do a lot of villagers stuff, so you need backup jobs to keep from going on a killing. Oh yeah, you're not kidding there. Villagers will make you go completely insane. There is no doubt. Let's see. Yeah, there's still something sitting in here. I'm wondering if it has to do with Foxy's new, the updated pack, if maybe some of these are, since it's in a item frame. Because before, you know what? I may be able to get it out of the item frame now. Because before, I had to do item frames because they weren't included, but they are now. Okay, so that might be what's doing it. So let's see if that helps. Besides, they show off better too. With his new update, the Elder Guardians show up now. That get rid of that lag? That might have been it. Oh, there's a little bit this way. Ooh, you see that? This way it does a lot. Oh, I don't turn it on and off for FPS clips. I'm just checking right now because it helps clean up my base. The reason I turn RTX on and off is because people play with all the different packs, and there's not a ton of RTX players out there. So tonight I had it in the HD pack because we were down under in a dark area that makes it harder to build in. So when I'm doing that, I'll switch in and then switch back. There is definitely something not happy. I'll have to do some research and see what is creating that glitchiness. That's the fun part of Bedrock. No matter how well you've done things, you'll hear me every time on stream talk about it. This guy, Zippy here, he's constantly doing zombie and creeper noises. It'll mess with me. So you notice after I slept, most of that was all gone. That's some weird stuff going on. Who knows? Programmers are still working on getting all this improved, and I know they will in time. Alright, is there anything else that I wanted to do before I got off tonight? Do we have any more running? Yeah, I might as well go ahead and collect all of that. so we can replenish everything that we used tonight. So Cove, if you're still in here, since you use the pack, please provide feedback from time to time when you notice things that maybe aren't done or maybe aren't functioning totally proper, all of that kind of stuff. There's several people that will do that, and it really helps me in my lists. I can't always get to it immediately, but it sure helps as I'm developing and expanding it. Ooh, that was a big lag spike. That may be part of what we're seeing too. We may have a farm that's AFK that's just going wonky. All right, well, let me park it over here before I log out. It's a protected angle in case something spawns in. Anyway, sure appreciate you guys hanging out and always enjoy it. You guys that are here all the time, and yeah, Yusung, as soon as I get off, I'll get you a link sent over in Discord for you. And same thing with the rest of you. If you're wanting to join our Discord just for more routine chat throughout the days and stuff, totally fine. And those of you that are patrons, I've got several channels on the server that are just for patron discussions. But anyway, really appreciate it. For those of you that are US, happy Thanksgiving. I hope it's a fabulous holiday for those of you that are celebrating, and the rest of you have a great evening and good work tomorrow, and we'll see you again soon.